I'm gonna try and sing just a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna talk. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Somebody real is hard to find. Somebody worth all your time. Somebody who can tell you the truth. Someone who loves you for you. Someone who knows all of your flaws and doesn't impose, try to control it. Let you be free, doesn't deceive. They give you a chance to believe in something. Is that too much? So I've been on a search and I'm losing my hope. Is that too much? Is that too much? I had to find a love in a world so cold. Okay. I just want an answer. I can't be the only one. You ain't gotta be perfect. Just give me a purpose to love. Well, anyways, see, if I was not recording myself singing, I would sing that song very good. But so anyways, my mom called me today. That was a plus. She called me to tell me that I had some mail over and to just check on us and see how we were doing. I know that in my past videos, it made it seem like, I made it seem like maybe she wasn't a good parent. She tried her best. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm beautiful. Because of her, she took very good care of me. It's just some things I just wish could have been a little different, but all in all, we had fun. We used to bake things growing up. She used to comb my hair. Well, of course she combed my hair, but she used to comb my hair like these little pigtails, like a pigtail and like a bang and stuff, and called us little China dolls. It was like, we had a lot of fun. We used to color a lot. We used to like do a lot of fun things. We had this exercise where we used to just like clean the house up, and I would play Beyonce, and we would just go crazy. Me, her, and my sisters, we would be in there dancing, singing to it, just going crazy while we're cleaning up. So I mean, she's a good mom. I just, like I said, I wish that some things could have been different growing up. Maybe it would have affected me, or wouldn't have affected me the way that it did. I'm not blaming her for me being the way that I am or having schizophrenic. Obviously it's something that I was born with and that cannot be explained. That makes me very sad. It makes me happy to know that I am not alone. I want to go get my shot today, my Invega shot. I would say that it helped. It helped a lot. I'm not as fearful as I was this morning when I woke up. I was very sad. I told you guys about my living situation and where I live. I live with my ex's parents again, and we're not together. He has someone else that he's with, and I'm just here, me and my daughter, in the room that we used to stay in, but we no longer live in together. It's kind of part storage room and part my room. I had nowhere else to go. My mother would not let me, and her husband, I couldn't go back to stay with him. I blame myself kind of for that. I mean, it wasn't my fault that I went off. I just was in the moment, and I was asking questions, and I guess I went too far with the questions, and I just started saying horrible things. Well, my mom just felt like, it was unbearable to live with me once again. And I guess her husband felt like my first impression to him living in his house wasn't a good one. So, I got told by my ex that I wasn't marriage material. He said that if I don't get my act together or change my ways, that I would be alone for the rest of my life. Well, it's not that I meant to have attitude problem or get upset or angry so fast. It's just, I felt like I had issues going on with myself that I couldn't explain or didn't know what was wrong with me. I was diagnosed with being bipolar, but that wasn't the case. The doctors said, I said once again, that when I was in the hospital this 2 times in the month of October, that watching me on the medicine, I am not bipolar, but I do have schizophrenic. Well, I am schizophrenic. I felt like it made a lot of sense because schizophrenic doesn't necessarily mean that you hear voices. I read some of the symptoms in my very first video. I had braids. Like I said, I took them out. I read some of the symptoms in there. A lot of people may read this and see this and be like, oh, no. I grew up in Texas City. I live in Houston now. So a lot of you who will watch this, or maybe you get a chance to watch this, will know me. Know my past. I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of horrible things in my past. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm not looking to be judged. So you can keep your comments and your ugly comments to yourself. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm doing these videos for myself, my own benefit, because I cannot write my emotions down. And I feel like I just need help with expressing myself. So this is my new way of expressing myself. Like I said, I grew up in Texas City. I live in Houston now. Me and my daughter, we stay with my ex's parents. It's not ideal, but it is at the same time. I'm very thankful that I had a place to come, that I wouldn't be on the streets. Yeah. So but yeah, just sitting here, just was in my feelings. Like I said, this morning I woke up and I was kind of sad because of where I am. I would rather be in my own apartment, but I blame myself for that. I can never stay still like now. I can't seem to focus on one thing for too long. I get distracted and I tend to do other things. Some of them may be good, some of them may be bad, but it just seems to work for me in that moment. It seems to make me happy within that moment. Like I tried writing, just to release some stress, but like I said, I can't write. Sometimes I have a hard time going to sleep. If I could stay up all night tonight, I probably would, because I am not tired. But since this isn't my house, lights have to go out at a certain time. I'm gonna get a lamp so that maybe I can stay up a little later. But is it weird living with my ex's parents? Yes. You can see my freckles. Can you see them? A little bit. Anyways, yes. It is very weird. But like I said, I needed somewhere to go. Hopefully one day I can get the courage to be able to live on my own. Maybe. Because I can't live here forever. You know? Can't do it. I wanted to say, hey, Tria Watson. Tria, yes, you're going to do my hair. I don't want, well, do I want braids? I was thinking about getting something different. Maybe some weave. But then again, I'm just like, I don't know. So I may just stick to my braids. Like I said, I was going to get, I'm not pregnant, I'm just kind of fat. Gotta pull my little thing up so I can suck in my stomach. But yes, my mother called me today, and it made me very happy. It made me very happy to hear from her. She asked, like, how is you doing? I asked how she was doing. I'm fine, and she's fine. Yeah, I needed that. I needed to talk to her. I wish that we could have been best friends like she's always wanted us to be. maybe this time around she'll see why I've been acting the way that I've been acting all along. As far as my anger goes, my outbursts, people who do not know what schizophrenia is or schizophrenic means, and like I said, I look fine. To most of you guys are going to feel like, oh no, Darian, I know Darian. Maybe you feel like, oh, maybe you know what? Maybe she did have a problem. But then maybe again, you may be feeling like, oh no, she's just not happy with her life and she's just miserable. She should have did this, she should have did that. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't. Well, you're not in me. You don't know my life. You've only seen it. But you haven't experienced it the way that I have. And I've been through a lot. And I've gotten through a lot. Being schizophrenic, like I said, it kind of changed me hearing about it. Because it's like I said, it made a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. You know. Anyways, I'm going to continue to make my video diaries. I wish I could be as honest as I can, but being honest in these videos involves other people, and they do not want me to speak about them. I'm sure they do not. So, as far as telling about myself, I'm just have to keep it to a bare minimum. My baby is asleep. She's over there in a little corner, right there. And I love her. I love her very, very much. She's a very awesome kid. She loves me very much, and I love her very much. I guess because I'm her mom. Not that I have to, but because I just love my daughter very much. Am I making sense? I'm bored. I think I said that. I'm washing clothes. I'm waiting for them to dry. Once they dry, I will lay down and I will go to sleep. Try to go to sleep anyways. But anyways, I just wanted to share my day. I went to get my shot. I came back. I took a nap. I got up and I ate. Actually, I'm feeling a lot better than what I was. A lot better than what I was feeling earlier. Whenever I get anxious or nervous, my left leg starts to shake. My right leg starts to shake. And that's how you know I'm anxious or something's wrong with me. But you guys can't see that. So you would only know by me making my videos. Yeah, but I'm gonna go. This has been fun, I guess. I'm getting sleepy now, but I will talk back with you guys in the morning. So, okay. Good night.